Hi, Amy Herzog here, stepping you through the handy calculators built into CustomFit for subscribers. Today I want to talk you through the sleeve cap generator, which is one of the more complicated calculators built into CustomFit at the time of this recording. This generator will take information about your gauge and the armhole of a set-in sleeve sweater you're doing and produce instructions to shape a sleeve cap that's going to fit into the armhole. So when would you want to use this, first of all? Well, if something's changed about your custom fit pattern, you're realizing your row gauge is different than you thought it was, or you want to make some tweak to the armhole shaping or the bicep stitches or something like that, and you need to recalculate, but you don't want to generate a whole new pattern for whatever reason, you can use this tool. Or this is also useful if you're trying to modify or adapt an existing non-custom fit pattern. So you're not using custom fit, you're doing something else, and either you're not getting the pattern's row gauge or you want to change things up or something. This will help you get a sleeve cap that will fit into the armhole. So let's go ahead and step through the input that the calculator needs. So it will need your gauge, both stitch and row. I'm going to put in standard numbers here, 20 stitches to 4 inches, 28 rows to 4 inches, but you should put in whatever your gauge is. You'll need to let it know how the armhole is shaped. So let's say in this pattern there are 5 stitches bound off at the beginning of the armhole on each side first, and then 3 more stitches are bound off on each side. You'll need to let CustomFit know the number of every right side row decreases in the armhole shaping. So in the pattern that you're knitting, you'll find an instruction like decrease 1 stitch at armhole edge every right side row 6 times, say, and so 6 is what you would put in here. You'll need to let it know the total armhole depth of the body piece of the sweater. So this can be found on your schematic, or maybe you just know it, whether you want to do this in inches or centimeters, and then the number of stitches in the bicep of your sleeve. So this might be 72 in an example that I'm making up here. And then if you click compute, you'll get custom full sleeve cap instructions. So you'll work your sleeve up until you're ready to shape the cap, and then in this case, for my example, I'll bind off 5 stitches at the beginning of the first 2 rows of the cap, then 3, get a stitch count there, and then I'm going to decrease a stitch at each end of every right side row 15 times, and then every row twice, and then I'll work bind offs at the top of the sleeve cap. And these instructions will give you a cap that will fit into the armhole that you've specified for the gauge that you've specified. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me at hello@makewearlove.com. That's all one word, and thanks.